Hey everyone, and welcome to the C.A.M experience. My name is Camden, and today I'm going to be introducing myself and introducing you to my channel, the C.A.M experience. First and foremost, my name is Camden. I reside in Pennsylvania, South Central PA. I moved here about, I want to say like 7 years or so ago now. I came from Maryland. I was raised in Maryland. I was born in Florida, but raised in Maryland. Would never go back. PA is not my favorite place by any means, but I would never go back to Maryland. But I do like my Baltimore Ravens and my Baltimore Orioles. I was actually named after Camden Yards, the Baltimore Orioles baseball stadium. So I still have some ties there. I just could never live in that energy. That energy of that state is so clusterfuck all the time. I just couldn't do it. So introduction to my channel. C.A.M, C.A.M. It means Curious Astro Mind. I came up with that actually today because that's just what I feel like I have. The C.A.M experience actually originated from the Jimi Hendrix experience. I love Jimmy. I have a lava lamp over there that has the Bold as Love cover album on it. It's from the 70s. It's awesome. It inspired me to come up with that name, and at first I came up with creative ass mind, and I was just like, I liked it, but I was like, I can't use a cuss word for it. So Curious Astro Mind. I think that is what I have. I'm a very curious person, and I feel like my mind can be so astronomically insane sometimes that Curious Astro Mind comes to be. So I want to talk about some aspirations I have for this channel. First and foremost, I wish to educate and to express. I would say those are probably my two biggest things. Sorry if I move around a lot. I'm still getting used to this, but definitely education and expression are my main goals. I hope it flourishes one day into, not even one day, in the future, into something bigger. And I know that's something I'm going to have to work at, and I think I definitely am going to. It makes me happy doing this kind of stuff. It's an easy way for me to express myself and get all the different things I have going on up here out without having to have the banter or of conversation or the just the back and forth, really, just the banter of having to explain myself to people all the time and having to stop what I'm saying. It can be helpful, but I need a new way to get it all out. So as of late, the last couple of months, I have had this major mental and emotional inner shift. It has definitely come from opening myself up to DMT and to my different experiences I've had through that. I can go more in depth with them in other videos, but I just want to explain where I'm at. I have felt the presence. I love my Ravens. I love my Baltimore Ravens, but this has nothing to do with them. I have felt the presence of the Raven spirit within and around. It really came from my second DMT trip. And those are signs of not only a newfound confidence, but just a major shift in everything in my life. It really actually feels like my third eye has finally been awakened. Even through tripping for the last 6 years now, it feels like my third eye has finally been awakened in the last couple months. It's kind of crazy. So recently I had a shroom trip that I'll make another video about in the future. That's another story time kind of thing. It's going to take me going in depth with that a little bit. So I'm not going to go in depth with that here. I had a shroom trip recently that really messed with me emotionally. It showed me a side of myself that I have kept locked away and suppressed for a long time, and not ever explored its place in my life and in myself. And it all came out all at once, and it scared the hell out of me. And it's kind of changed me to a point, just because it's kind of opened me up to possibilities of what the mind is truly capable of. So getting through that trip, it led me to be able to get through my recent ego death. And I've had so much come in all at one time between this, a major emotional shroom trip to this ego death acid trip and to these confusing DMT trips. It's caused me to look into psychedelic integration. And psychedelic integration is bridging what you're perceiving to be two separate realities. And that's all it really is, though. And that's what I'm kind of realizing, is that I don't necessarily need a psychedelic integration therapist. And it would be nice to have one if there were some around, but unfortunately it's not. So I got to do it on my own. And I think that's just a testament to my own spiritual journey. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. So for me, my psychedelic integration that I have been pondering on has been recognizing the gap, recognizing and accepting the separation, but also realizing that there is no gap and there is no separation. Like, yes, there is perceptively, but outside of your perception, what's the difference? Our regular lives are already so very psychedelic. All you got to do is sit down and meditate. And I don't mean close your eyes and breathe. I mean really sit down and meditate and understand what meditation is truly about. Our senses, our earthly senses are already psychedelic in a way. It's just that's what we know. So because that's what we know, we're not going to consider psychedelic. So my question to you is, how do we know that what we perceive on a sober mind is any different than what we are capable of with our brain showing us what we see on psychedelics? To me, there is no difference. To me, they are the same. It is just a breakdown of the senses that happens, and different parts of your brain being awoken and being activated and being used during these psychedelic trips. So really, it's already what's within. So if it's already what's within, then there is no separation. It's already there. Yes, there's a separation perceptively, but innerly, and that's not even a word, but innerly and outerly, they're already one. And that's something that can be used and understood through reality anyways, and through our lives anyways, is that we are all one all of the time, that we one love, one people all the time. But if we didn't have that oneness, then we would not be able to come together and work as a unity. And that has been so obvious that it is capable. Humans are capable of that, as all species are capable of coming together and working as a united team to accomplish something greater. But yet we seem to forget in our daily basic lives that we are still that. Yes, our lives are subjective to our own personal experience, but we are still one. And if we did not have the separation of subjective reality, then we would not be able to know oneness. So we got to have that balance between everything, and that balance comes with psychedelic integration. You have to accept that there is an unknowing, and that unknowing is only doors to be opened for learning. And learning is beautiful, and knowledge is power, and power and knowledge can only hold power if it is shared. The knowledge starts to wither away and lose its meaning, and its hold on you if you do not express it to others and take your own perception on it and express that to others, and then teach others what you feel is right, and go on from there. So that being said, to me, psychedelics are but a mere tool. They are a tool just the same as an axe. They are a tool that can help us chop down that tree. Somebody wielding an axe cannot chop down that tree without that tool. So we cannot access this astro knowledge without the tools, without the psychs, and we have to treat them as such. We have to treat them as these sacred tools that can expand our mind and create a balance of the known and the unknown. And it can be so beautiful being united with yourself and with the light and with the dark. You have to know evil and good. You cannot appreciate the good if you do not know the evil, and you cannot stray away from the evil if you do not know the good, you do not know the light. The quicker that we can accept that we all are experiencing our own subjective realities, the quicker we can come together as one and love one another. Thank you for listening. This has been the C.A.M experience. Have a blessed day. Peace.